What's the deal? It's the boy Dwayne McClean at Dwayne McClean TV. I'm back again. Shouts out to everybody showing love. Shouts out to everybody subscribing to the channel, tuning in. Shouts out to the females. I noticed my female viewers have went up. It went from like 2%. It's up to like 11, 12%. So shouts out to the ladies coming in watching the channel. You know what I'm saying? But today we're going to be talking about Mr. Orlando Brown, the crazy man himself. That dude's like got some marbles loose. That dude's crazy. You know, he came out the other day and said that Nick Cannon gave him top or whatever, fellatio, whatever you want to call it. You know, we're trying to keep it, you know, PG for ad shit purposes. We're going to come out a few more thugged out videos. Let me get these ads up, and we're going to come out a few more videos later on down the line where no holds barred. Probably might get a few flags on the channel, but I'm going to give y'all what y'all want. But anyways, people was hitting me up saying, hey, you think this is real? Do you think this is true? What do you think about this? And I personally want to say, I hate to say it, but I think I believe it. You know, people got to understand what Orlando Brown is. Orlando Brown is a MK Ultra asset child, and he's been in the Hollywood industry since he was 5. He played in Major Payne at a very early age, and he was doing business with the That's So Raven show. Okay, now if the dude was this crazy, right? Why wasn't he crazy when he was on the That's So Raven show? I'm pretty sure we couldn't see him when he was offset, but I'm pretty sure he was nowhere near the level of crazy he is now. Now, somebody can argue and say, well, it was drugs that messed him up. It was life events. That's why he is to where he is now, which that could be true, but people just don't fall this bet stuff crazy after a certain amount of time. And he was on this, what, like 13, 14 years ago? He was actively acting in movies, probably 13, 14 years ago, probably longer than that. I think That's What Raven came out a long time ago. But you got to understand what Disney is, all right? Disney be pumping out these child stars, and a lot of these actors and actresses, some of them go crazy at a certain point in time. Not everybody can handle their MK Ultra mind control the same way as some of them. For a few examples, Britney Spears. Now, Britney Spears was part, y'all can look this up, go look up the Mickey Mouse Club, all right? A lot of famous actors came from the Mickey Mouse Club. Britney Spears was part of the Mickey Mouse Club. Christina Aguilera, Ryan Gosling, and Justin Timberlake. They was part of Mickey Mouse Club, I think, in 93 or 95, one of those 2 dates. Now, those are a lot of stars they pumped out, and they popped out a lot of other stars. But Britney Spears had that meltdown. Y'all remember that meltdown she had where she went crazy, shaved her head off, all her hair off, had the meltdown. Also, go look at the video of Britney Spears where she was in the leopard print outfit with a pink wig on with a British accent. That right there is a pure example of MK Ultra mind control, of where they become beta sex slaves, where you got the leopard print on, and they become beta sex slaves or whatever. And also, there's another Disney star that went crazy. What's his name? Elijah Buff. Elijah Buff, like I said, is it not Buff? Booth. Elijah Booth. How do you say that dude's name? Y'all know, Even Stevens. So he also went crazy recently, probably like 2 or 3 years ago. He had a lot of stuff going in his head, cussing out cops, cussing out officers, drinking, doing all types of stuff, you know, going out his mind. You know, and it all happens around the age 27, 28, 29, 30. I don't know what he's going through. I pray for everybody on all those individuals, hope their life get better as well. But he had a breakdown as well, and he was also an active Disney star. Who knows what happened to him in that industry? But y'all remember, Elijah Buff had a breakdown. Another Disney star that had a breakdown was Amanda Bynes. Now, Amanda Bynes was caught with, I forgot that producer's name, man. Someone told me to write this down before I did this video. I just freestyled this video. What's that dude's name, man? He was caught. He wasn't caught, but he was in a hot tub with Amanda Bynes at an early age, and he also has allegations of him with sexual abuse or sexual assault towards young girls, right? And I believe Amanda Bynes has some stuff going on with her, you know. Hopefully, I hate to say that stuff like that happens, but we all know how Hollywood gets down. And Amanda Bynes had it where she went crazy. There's a video of her where she's in the mirror. She's like making faces like that right there. Like who knows what they, and then these people get on drugs and all this other stuff. And I had to say all that to get back to Orlando Brown. He was an active person on the That's So Raven show. You know, I can tell maybe something was off with him, but you don't go from that to this completely crazy. I can't say you can't. But he was on them. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of meds, and now his MK Ultra stuff is breaking down. He's coming out saying a lot of stuff. And Orlando Brown I say a lot of drugs had to do it, but let me tell you how it is. If this was in the 90s, Orlando Brown would be a crackhead on the street asking for money. It's not the 90s, it's 2020 where anybody can get famous as long as they have a camera. So he got a few interviews of him cracking up, having his breakdowns, and it was shockingly entertaining. So now Orlando Brown is a quote unquote semi-celebrity now because he has the internet following, right? So Disney threw him out of Hollywood and cast him out, and now he's here. Now, reason why I believe that Nick Cannon doing those crazy acts on Orlando Brown, reason why I believe that, because look how big Nick Cannon is. Now, I was saying this on our podcast of the day. I do them every Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Check out the Big Glow podcast on Apple Music or Spotify. It's on those. I think you just search Big Glow Podcast. It's also on the Glow, the Podbean app, one of them. But check us out. But I was also talking about this now. Growing up, Nick Cannon has always been what? A lame. He's always been a loser. Nobody cared for Nick Cannon. He had to drop a movie twice because nobody went and seen it. I think his only best movie was Drumline, Love Don't Cost a Thing. And he did the movie, you know, all these celebrities stay entwined in circles. Christina Aguilera connected to Lil Wayne, and he did that with these big. Hollywood's a really small circle. It's really small. So he's his lane. He ends up marrying Mariah Carey, who's also down with them boys, who's also an MK Ultra asset. Got a lot of videos to do, man. The editing take a long time. I'd love to do a breakdown of Mariah Carey because she has a lot of images. Y'all just type in Mariah Carey Illuminati. She has a lot of images throwing up the horn symbolism all the time. And there was a one of her makeup artists came out or assistants came out and spoke about her, how she's controlling, how she's this, how she's crazy, how she's that, and how she's this. They said they one time sounded like she was a demon where her hair went up, her eyes lit up, everything was crazy. I don't know if it was the stories about her or Lady Gaga where they said it was possessed by a demon. I think it was Mariah Carey. But he got linked with Mariah Carey. Now he has his show Wildin' Out, and he's on this woke run. And now I don't know about this whole vote thing with Nick. I really feel like he has to play an agenda. Like I said, it's all about keeping black and white and all the people separated. So if we on this vote trail and we saying, hey, you the white man, you the enemy, not saying, hey, I guarantee he's not going to come out. I don't know if he has already said it, but I guarantee he's not going to come out and say, let's take down the very, very elites. They want to keep us competing with your local white man, which is not really your enemy. Your local white man isn't your enemy. I mean, there's some people out there that's bad, but your main enemy as a black person, we need to understand, is the people at the very top. And guess what? They hate everybody. It's not just a black or white thing. They hate everybody at the very top. So I want to see Nick try to say, let's go against them. But he's on this whole woke thing, and, you know, and I think they just tell him what to do. You know, and then he also was getting paid like $40 million $30 million an episode for like, not 30 million an episode. He was getting paid a lot of money when he was a host of that show like American Idol or something. I don't know what the show was, but he got up in the ranks pretty fast. And you can only get to those ranks, and we know how you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You just don't get to those ranks randomly. You know, you don't become this big time person individual randomly. And I got to look it up to see if he had somebody around him killed. But Nick Cannon do have a few pictures where he's doing this right here. He has a few pictures of him doing that sign right there as well. There it is, a Masonic sign. So I know he's in the know. And let me tell you, this random pictures taken, people randomly do their hands like this, but he was posing. You know, that's a pose. So I'll be watching out for that. Nick came from being a lame to this big time guy. He's like 40 now, and you just doesn't get that way. And I really think that a lot of those Disney stars had to do like child films, if you know what I mean, adult films. I think they had to do child adult films. They had to do adult films as children. I think a lot of them had to do that, and and a lot of those people at the top love to watch that stuff. That's why a lot of them go cuckoo loony. Another example of people going loony. Remember the B2K group? Remember Raz B went loony? He went crazy because he was getting molested so much as a child. Now, but he's the only one out of the group. Like he said, the rest of the guys in the group enjoyed it. That's why people can handle this stuff differently than anyone else. So that's why certain Disney artists are still successful. And you got people like Orlando Brown, who lost his mind, who went bat nuts crazy, and he's in the predicament he's in now. But I do believe the story, and I want y'all to pay a key attention to this part in the video where he said that Nick Cannon did it as a female. He said, yeah, you was as a female. So and there was Nick Cannon dressed up as a lot as a woman in his earlier years. Remember, Disney and all those shows made a lot of those young actors dress up in female clothing a lot. I wouldn't be shocked if stuff happened afterwards. Kevin Spacey, look at all the stories on Kevin Spacey. Look at all the stories on Charlie Sheen. Look at all the stories on all these famous celebrities have something connected to them with far as them touching children or something crazy like that. So I wouldn't put it past that Nick Cannon did those actions. And Orlando Brown being the crazy loose cannon that he is, and I'm pretty sure Disney hate that they let this man out because he's letting all the secrets out. Because remember, Orlando Brown also said that he went down on Raven, on That's So Raven. Him and That's So Raven had relations. All right. I don't know how old their ages was when they were recording that show, but they're supposed to be like teenagers. I'm pretty sure they was in the early 20s, maybe young mid 20s. I ain't look up the ages, but they were supposed to have messed around. You know, girl Raven Simone is now, she's with the Alphabets. You know, she's with the L's. You know, she's on that side of the team. So you got situations like that where he came out and said that they messed around. I wouldn't be shocked if they messed around earlier in those ages. And like I said, I don't know if they were at 16, 17. I don't know. I remember the show came out in 2003. Atlanta Brown's not too many years older than me. So me and him pretty much should be the same age. So he's probably like 15. I gotta look it up. I'm pretty sure they're teens. But what do y'all think? Y'all think he was just talking crazy for attention? Because they said, rumor had it, he tried to audition for Wild 'N Out. So he said, if you want to audition for Wild 'N Out, this is a different way to go about it. I feel like Atlanta Brown, like, hey, forget it. You're going to not do this for me? Well, I'm going to tell the world about this. Remember when Tory Lanez a couple weeks ago said that he's going to start airing out the business of Interscope Records. He says he's going to start airing them out. Yeah, people are starting to talk now, and they're going to start getting tucked in. But see, Atlanta Brown has this whole I'm crazy thing going on about him, and people are not inclined to the stuff that I'm able to see. So they're going to be like, well, he's crazy. He's just talking crazy. I'm not going to believe him. But if you add it all up, look at the Mickey Mouse Club. Look how Amanda Bynes went crazy. Elijah Wood went crazy. He went crazy. They all had TV shows on Disney or Nickelodeon. Look at all the sick pedophiles that was in the mix between Nickelodeon and Disney. Understand that Disney, Walt was a Freemason. They got Club 33 at Disney. So understand MK Ultra. Understand that Orlando Brown, his sporadic behavior comes from being under MK Ultra mind control. And being on drugs is part of MK Ultra mind control. They put you on alcohol, all sorts of Percocets, cocaine. You can't really, they're going to have you in a room and they'll just throw cocaine in your face, some stuff like that. Or they just feed you, they just make you become addicted to these drugs. Because when you, like I said, it all goes back to pimping. And I want y'all, I didn't know my string was like that the whole time. Pimping, and understand, go think about the sex trafficking that goes on in Thailand. A lot of those girls are addicted to drugs. So you get them addicted to drugs to do what you want. So Orlando Brown drug costs probably came from them. You know, they put you in these bad situations to where you own this stuff, and eventually that's pretty much how they get rid of them. And his baby mother came out and said, they're trying to see, his baby mother came out and spoke about it. Why is his baby mother defending Nick Cannon? Why? I guess she doesn't want the world to know her man. And why would some man openly say that another man did that to him? You know, so I guess she's just trying to keep her, because look, she's in Hollywood too. And I want y'all to go watch the Vlad TV episodes with the girl from Friday. I think her name is Sarah J. Parker. Just type in Vlad TV, girl from Friday. I don't know if it comes up. But she spoke a lot about how she didn't do sexual favors to people in Hollywood and got turned down TV roles. So since she did, and she said Hollywood is like the mafia. It's one big circle. Nobody talks. Everybody has each other's back. So I'm pretty sure Orlando Brown's girlfriend is somewhere in Hollywood and she's trying to keep her job. All right. But that's enough on that topic. What do y'all think? Debate with me in the comments. Like I said, I accept all constructive criticism. I'm not gonna be upset if you disagree or dislike this video. All attention and is positive, so anything is gonna help. You dislike, comments is all gonna help the channel with algorithm. So if you like this video, you want to see more from me, it's the boy Dwayne McClean. Put your ideas in the comment section. Next, about to shoot a video on the carnivores virus. I gotta have content. So it's the boy Dwayne McClean TV. Shout out to everybody showing love. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm out.